Good morning. It's day 2. Yesterday we did 10.8 miles. I think it was 24 72 or 27 42 on elevation. Don't remember offhand. Beautiful sunset going to sleep. Amazing sunrise this morning. We have about 10 more uphill miles, about the same elevation we did yesterday, maybe a little more, and we'll get to Acorn Trail. Acorn Trail drops 2.5 miles, very steep, from the PCT right into the backside of the town of Wrightwood, and we'll stay in Wrightwood tonight. And tomorrow, I have a friend from when I was a kid picking us up and taking us to a camp reunion and multi-year anniversary over towards Big Bear, and then getting dropped back off to Wrightwood for hiking again Sunday. So it's already warming up a bit. Hopefully we'll be good. Both Ryan and I have a little less water than we would like. We're starting out with 2 liters. I would have liked to have had 3 and started with a full liter. Being able to drink a full liter this morning, but conserving a little bit now till we see how we do a little later as it gets warmer. So hope you join me for a little later in the day. And as always, these videos are uploaded as part of my post on my blog, which is Dave's PCTHike.blogspot.com, and enjoy that. There's much more narrative and still pictures along with these videos as well. As we continue to rise, we are just getting into the elevation where some pine trees are starting. This one right here is the first that we've seen, and we've got a little grove right here that we're going to go through. So we're definitely getting higher. I am sure it will be very short-lived, but we do have a very small section here that's in the shade, which is a welcome bit of respite. The sun beating down on you does get pretty warm, and like I said before, we definitely have less water than we would like. Both of us feeling a little dehydrated, but conserving what we have, because we know we have a significant amount of uphill still ahead of us, and a lot of it's going to be exposed. So we're fighting with ourselves between, do we down a lot now and get a good preload on, or do we wait and add a little bit at a time? Right now we're kind of choosing to wait and get some more when we're really feeling the need. But I definitely could polish off a liter right now and feel better. So we've got our first rattlesnake sighting on the trail. It is sticking up out of this hole right in the middle of the trail, and it's not really a very good way to go around it.
He has Dave's name written all over him.
So he's right there at the edge of my shadow, the edge of my elbow. So see what we're gonna do here. We might get a couple pieces of yucca and toss it over and see if we can't coax him either in or out of his hole and see how active he is. And
We'll put a rock over the top.
we'll see.
On the hole, put a rock over.
So,
Just reach down and grab that rock right there.
yeah, I'll get right on that there, Ryan. So,
We're gonna get it. That's a perfect rock.
yeah.
Watch this. You're gonna like this. Watch. Extension of pole. Right. And we're just gonna close this door for you. All right, bud.
I'm gonna zoom in a little bit here.
See you later. We'll pull it out when we get done. Sorry, bud. Sorry, bud. Let's go close your door a minute. We'll open it back up in a minute.
All right, there you go.
All right.
Good old American ingenuity. And just so you all see, we're not being cruel.
Yeah,
We're gonna go ahead and
no animals were harmed in the making of this video.
onward and upward. All right, we've come up to a mid-trail camp spot that's actually labeled. And we're gonna duck in here, sit in the shade, kind of utilize some of these nice backrests, get a little fuel, maybe hydrate some before we continue on. We're doing good. Want to say in the neighborhood of 4.5 until we get to the Acorn Trail, which leads us into town. Probably about 4 miles till we hit the top of this climb and get a little bit of flat for just under a mile. So we're doing good, feeling great. Just beautiful vistas up here at this edge of trail. We have a valley on each side. You can look down. Haze is kind of takes it away, but you can see all the way down into the valley, the salt flats. I talked a little bit about how we were getting into the pine trees. A lot of California ponderosa pine around us now. Super pretty. Trail still, for the most part, pretty warm and exposed, but we're trudging along and we're getting close to our level off place and dropping down into town and having an early day and getting just some major hydration. Looking forward to it. Leading up to this hike, it was very frustrating watching a fire closure that we're currently walking through the area of. It had actually been extended a couple months ago through the end of the year, and I was very frustrated that the last mile before my connection point was going to be closed. God's good though. 1 week ago, they completely canceled the closure order and reopened this section, so I get to come through here. So in 23, when I did the PCT, this 20-mile section that I am completing right now was closed and I was unable to put feet on it. And it is the only 20 miles of trail that I was not able to actually step on. And that has really bothered my perfectionist mindset since then. Even though I did more than 20 miles off trail, making my full mileage, I had this section that was actually not on. And I cannot tell you how incredible it feels to reach this bench where I came up on this side of the closure 2 years ago, and I have just 100% officially put a foot on every foot of trail from Mexico to Canada. So thank you for being with me so far, If you want to look back in the blog and see that hike in its entirety, it's on there at davespcthike.blogspot.com. Today's a milestone for me. Thanks for participating in it with me.